Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. I was trying to think of that dude who had this crazy theory, that the Trump campaign, the Trump people, Trump and the Hillary campaign basically created this totally duplicate crime of Russia interference, to basically conceal the real crime of them working together, fixing the 2016 election. And, they did it in such a way that it would basically ultimately be a farce. So that of course it would look like a hoax because they're actually perpetrating that same crime, but at the same time they have this duplicate version of it with the dirty dossier, with hookers peeing on beds, and you know, and very low level advisors that you've never heard of before that are basically meeting with foreign ministers of major countries like Australia. That's just absurd. I'm talking about George Papadopoulos and Alexander Downer, the former ambassador from the Australia to the United Kingdom, and also foreign minister of Australia, the longest serving foreign minister in Australian history, meeting with George Papadopoulos, which I don't know what his credentials are exactly, and I have nothing against the guy. I'm just telling you, it's absurd. And so is so was this dossier by Christopher Steele. So, my question to you is, I wonder how many friends does Ivanka have that are former MI6 intelligence officers in the British intelligence, ones that headed the Russia desk, at the time that she met him. Do you think anyone who, if you're new to my channel, this has been a working theory I've had for some time, that I have this theory, I have this idea, it's just a theory, that Trump and Hillary basically fixed the 2016 election. How in God's name would I know what exactly they're after? I'm sure it's huge financial things. I got a number of different theories, of how they intend to cash in, and I'm sure they already have, and there's probably millions of ways that they're cashing in, billions, okay, to the point of becoming like oligarchs, like Putin. Nobody even knows how much Putin owns. Some people think he's worth 200 billion, 300 billion. His money's hidden all over the world, and we'll never know. I sound crazy, but if you follow my channel, don't you think I was gonna, think this is weird? It's insane, dude. It's so ridiculous, and we're all getting completely screwed over. And some of you probably, who aren't even in the States, who are watching these videos, watching this all unfold, probably, as crazy as that sounds, watching my videos, these people are royally screwing us over. Politicians screw people over every day. This is a normal thing, but this is a whole new level. This is just treachery it's just traitors, man. They're totally, traitors to their country. And what I'm saying to you, all those people who bow down and worship this person, they are worshiping Hillary Clinton, because they're both the same. They're both the same. The Clintons, the Trumps, exactly the same, dude. 100%. And you're being made complete fools of, and worse. What are the odds, dude? What are the odds that, the same person who cooks up this dossier, which has been perfect for Trump. It's been perfect all along. I've always thought that. It's like it exonerates him, and it has been. That's what it was designed to do. And everybody always has another alibi. There's another alibi for this for this guy. This is his alibi. This is his explanation. And everybody, now even though we never knew anything about this, they act like it's totally no big deal. And this actually he claims proves that he's not biased against the Trumps. It's absurd, dude. These people are just terrible, horrible. And you people who speak up for them, you're speaking up for Hillary Clinton. You're speaking up for traitors, totally, to mankind, and definitely to the United States. I'll never upload this. It's so absurd, man. Why? Why would you like this person, man? They're screwing us over so bad. Silly, dude. So, it's now known that Ivanka, knew Christopher Steele. They supposedly met at a dinner party, at some kind of dinner, in 2007. All right. This is coming out of the Inspector General's report. I saw earlier today, before it actually came out, that they were going to reveal some stuff about Christopher Steele, and I'm like, that's interesting. I saw just a little article over the Daily Mail, and it hadn't come out yet, and then I saw that this is it. And, they met in 2007 at some dinner. I assume that's in London because he was working. He was the head of the Russia desk at MI6 at the time, up until I think 2009 is when he officially retired from MI6 and went into private practice. But they stayed in touch via email and eventually met in person again in New York City, in Trump Tower, as I understand it. I'll get to the details in a second, But all that you telling me, what are the odds that it's just a coincidence that he's the one who got chosen to do this dirty dossier or Russian dossier or whatever you want to call it, okay? When initially Fusion GPS was hired by a Republican firm, whether it's some of the people from the Washington Free Beacon, Paul Singer, who initially hired Fusion GPS during the primary process. Supposedly had no knowledge of that, at some point Fusion GPS was picked up by the Hillary Clinton people and, eventually hired Christopher Steele. And now it turns out that Ivanka had a relationship with him in some kind, communicating by email and meeting in person in Trump Tower. When exactly they did that, they don't know. They said they stayed in touch for a number of years from 2007 and on. First, I'd like to start that in 2007, I understand, she's the Trump daughter, Trump family, Trump business empire. I don't know how big his empire was in 2007. But at that time, she's 26 years old. 26 years old, meeting with meeting Christopher Steele at a dinner, the head of the MI6, the Russia desk of MI6. And then they stay in touch by email. Talked about potentially working together, I guess, as Trump's looking to, take on projects, around the world. He did a lot of work in Russia, but I think he did it, and he did work in other parts of the world as well. So, but let me just kind of cruise through some of it real quick. I don't even know if I'll keep this, but it's so crazy, dude. In 2007, Ivanka Trump met Steele at a dinner, and they began corresponding about the possibility of future work together, the source said. The following year, the two exchanged emails about meeting up near Trump Tower, according to several emails seen by ABC News. And the two did meet at Trump Tower, according to the source. The Inspector General's report mentions a meeting with the Trump family member there. They suggest Ivanka Trump and Steele stayed in touch via emails over the next several years. So, we don't know how long that goes into, 2010, 2012? We don't know. In one 2008 exchange, they discussed dining together in New York at a restaurant just blocks from Trump Tower. Ivanka Trump worked as an executive vice president at a Trump organization, managing a range of foreign real estate projects, including in parts of the world where Steele's firm, Orbis Business Intelligence, touted expertise. She and Steele discussed services Orbis could offer the Trump Organization regarding its planned expansion into foreign markets, according to two sources familiar with the meetings. Orbis Business Intelligence, him and another partner, I believe, it's just over at Wikipedia. I mean, they were a huge firm. I don't know how many persons it employed, but they did a considerable amount of revenue, like grossing $20 million over the course of a few years. I'm not real sure. It's not terribly important. I'm just saying they were not peanuts. Okay, so the fact that these two had a relationship isn't unusual. The fact that we knew nothing about it, and then it just so happens he ends up being the person who's hired to do the Russian dossier. You don't find that the least bit curious, least bit suspicious, being that I didn't. It's not like I saw this and then I came up with my theory. Okay, I'm having my theory, and then all these things they fit into it. Okay, it's not the other way around, and it just is. It's crazy, dude. While Steele is a Russia expert, Orbis had a broad portfolio. No formal arrangement followed. ABC News first learned of the contacts between Ivanka Trump and Steele a year ago, but has only recently been able to view some of their communications. I never heard of that. Why didn't ABC News disclose that before if they knew about Ivanka Trump and Steele? We've been hearing Trump complain about it for endless. Why didn't they bring it up? Why didn't they say his daughter knows, Christopher Steele? Members of Trump's family have never publicly discussed the interactions, and their past meetings with Steele went unmentioned as the Trumps leveled charges against the British intelligence expert in the wake of the controversial and hotly disputed memos he wrote about the president. ABC News saw comment from Ivanka Trump through her attorney, but has not received a reply. Both Steele's attorneys and a representative for Steele's firm, Orbis Business Intelligence, declined to comment. The White House did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The Inspector General's report, which was released publicly today, briefly references these past dealings. In his discussion with investigators from the Inspector General's office, Steele cited his past cordial relationship with Ivanka Trump as a reason to believe that he was not biased against her. If anything, he was favorably disposed towards the Trump family before he began his research, he told the investigators. Steele told investigators he met with a Trump family member at Trump Tower and had been friendly with the family member for some years, even gifting the person a family tartan or tartan. I don't know what that's called. It's like a Scottish kilt, scarf or something like that. I quickly looked it up for some that a family tartan, and that the idea he was biased against the family from the start was ridiculous. This is all preposterous. It's all preposterous, and these people have absolutely, just no scruples whatsoever, man. Don't do it. I don't know. I just think for yourself, man. Trump and his supporters have long held that Steele's dossier, which the president blasted as phony, was a source of the probe that lasted nearly 2 years. The probe was already underway when the documents went public. It has. It was the perfect. Basically, it exonerated Trump. From the very beginning, it was designed that way, and all you needed was somebody, some people from the inside, which the Clintons would, just theoretically speaking here, would easily be able to provide. There's tons of very pro-Clinton people, people extremely close to the Clintons inside the FBI. Andrew McCabe is extremely close to the Clintons. There's a long-standing relationship through Terry McAuliffe and others. Believe me, there's lots. It's all there, dude. And that's pretty much the story there. If I upload this, I don't know. I don't feel like redoing it. And I also don't want to sound... I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I see here. I didn't do this, dude, okay? I came up with what I think. I have many other different things that support this. Again, it's just one more, okay? It's another one. And if you watch my channel, that I was going to talk about this. Some of you know, dude. Some of you do. You're probably not even in the States. And that is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.